What to know about Project Sunrise, a 22-hour non-stop flight between London and Sydney. Qantas is on the verge of launching what would become the world's longest commercial passenger service, a non-stop link between Sydney and London that could stretch to 22 hours in the air. The project, dubbed Project Sunrise, took a major step forward this week when a specially modified Airbus A350-1000ULR completed a test flight from Melbourne to Toulouse, France. The aircraft covered 12,460 nautical miles in 24 hours and 24 minutes without a single stop, and it carried no paying passengers. Instead, the flight deck was staffed by a team of Airbus flight test crew members, 2 design engineers, and 2 Qantas technical pilots who were tasked with simulating the longest potential commercial route and accounting for unexpected diversions. Airbus called it the longest flight ever flown by one of its airplanes, and the manufacturer is now evaluating the data with the relevant authorities to see whether it qualifies as an official world record. The flight captured huge public attention. More than 3.6 million people tracked its progress on Flight Radar 24, making it the second most followed flight in the site's history, behind only the Royal Air Force flight that carried Queen Elizabeth II's coffin in 2022. Qantas first announced the concept back in 2017, promising to shave up to 4 hours off current travel times by eliminating the usual layovers in Asia, the Middle East, or North America. In 2022, the airline placed an order for 12 of these ultra-long-range A350-1000ULR jets. Each aircraft is fitted with an additional rear center fuel tank that holds an extra 5,300 gallons of fuel, extending the plane's maximum range from roughly 9,100 nautical miles to 10,000 nautical miles, according to Airbus. After a series of delays, test flights finally began last month with a 19-hour 12-minute hop from Toulouse to Melbourne. The return leg this week was deliberately longer, giving engineers a chance to stress test the aircraft's limits under conditions that mimic a full commercial schedule. Looking ahead, Qantas says it plans to operate a daily Sydney to London service starting in October 2027, with the flight time capped at 22 hours. A companion route between New York and Sydney does not yet have a firm launch date, though the airline has indicated that further details will be released next year. The initiative raises plenty of questions: how passengers and crew will cope with more than a day in the cabin, whether the economics of such ultra-long hauls will work, and whether travelers will embrace a single marathon flight over a traditional stopover. For now, the successful test demonstrates that the hardware can cover the distance. Thanks for listening, and we'll keep you updated as Project Sunrise moves toward takeoff.